Hey, Jeremy Cook here, or rather Jeremy Cook's Pro Macro 2 board, and I built this in another video. See, it's got the Pro Micro on the bottom. It looks pretty good, I think. But in this video, I'm going to show how to program it, how to set it up, and kind of go over the program a little bit so that, when you get yours, you can either set things up the first time or perhaps modify it to suit your own purposes a little bit better. Before I do that, though, I'm going to bring out another one of my JC Pro Macro 2 boards. This one's kind of a development version. It's got some different modifications and stuff, and kind of shows kind of the capabilities of it. You've got eight different keys that I took off a different keyboard. It's got a different style rotary encoder on it. But yeah, and it's programmed a little bit differently. You've got some different modes. You've got the mouse jiggler, which is standard, of course. That'll come on your standard thing. You can see the mouse jumping around with that. You've got second one. This is the Final Cut Pro mode. I love this. I mean, it's absolutely amazing to me how you can kind of skip around on stuff. In fact, I'll go ahead and open up Final Cut Pro. See what you can do. You can advance through frames, frame by frame. You can also cut the whole thing like this, cut it in different clips. Well, got to be on there. So cut it in different clips, cut. Or if you just want to do it to one of the layers, you can use this button. I'll go ahead and do Control Z to take me out of that. Let's see, Control Z. You can also you can shuttle through there, forward, stop, back. And then, if you've come to a point where you might want to get a little bit more forward, you just click that through, and you can see it's in green now. So it's nice to see it, going through with that. That's pretty neat. Let's see, this is delete. So delete that. So again, we'll undo that with Control Z. And then what does this do? Oh, this is great too. You zoom in. No, that's not it. So with these you can zoom in and zoom out on the timeline. That's really helpful. And then this, put like an audio keyframe on. I used to have that as undo, and in fact I think in the standard version it is undo, but I was thinking using a keyframe might be even better. So experimenting with that. So this has been really great. I think it's one of the reasons, maybe to buy one of these. If you use Final Cut Pro, I mean, it saves me so much time. And then on mine, what I also have is a mode for KiCad or KiCad, depending on how you pronounce it. So it's got a couple different things. I don't find it quite as useful as Final Cut Pro, to be honest. One kind of cool thing is you can highlight this board, and then you use this to spin it. And you've got a couple other options here. I haven't used this quite as much. So, I'd consider this kind of a under development thing. Let me just show this off. This is kind of cool too. I don't think it'll work without resetting, but if you plug another OLED screen in there and reset it, it should show up on both. Oh yeah, I got the purple on there to show when it's booting up. So yeah, it's kind of like a dual screen monitor now. I'm not sure that really serves much purpose. There may be some way to control both at once with a different I2C address, but I have not looked into that too much. So in the standard mode, one thing that's pretty neat about it, you got the media keys, play, pause, fast forward, back, or skip and back. And then you've got that, you can tab through different tabs here on like Firefox or Chrome. And then you could turn the lights on the bottom, or on and off. That's pretty nice too. But then these keys don't seem to do anything, but they do something. If you put in a 5-volt fan or even a regular 12-volt PC fan, but it doesn't really work that well, to be honest. I'll just take off the OLED screen for clarity here. But you can plug it into these headers here. These headers aren't included by default, but if you solder on headers, plug it in like that, then you have a controllable fan. So you can put it up like that, turn it down. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Like during the summer, you can give yourself a little bit of breeze just at a moment's notice. Just key it in. I think that's pretty awesome, and it shows off one of the highlights of this. Just the fact that you can do anything with these GPIO pins. You can obviously control I2C devices like these OLED screens, but you can do just about anything. I mean, you've got several of them broken out, and that's really what I think the highlight of, or maybe the unique thing about this JC Pro Macro 2 is. I think the other neat thing is just the fact that it's very encoder knob centric. I feel like it's like the central feature of this, not just like an afterthought. So I think that's pretty neat too. And of course you can swap out the Pro Micro on the bottom. So I'll go ahead and go over the programming of it with the standard one that I put together. So keep watching.